Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Happy Monday, everybody. We made it through the weekend, and here we are back again for a better than video, or a Dupes alternatives video. So today, I'm going to talk about Dupes alternatives for the Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum, which retails for 90 bucks for 1 ounce, 30 milliliters. What is that, $3 a milliliter? Yeah, that's a lot. No, that's not. It's more than that. No, I don't know. Never mind. Okay, it's expensive. I did good in math in school, I swear. Up until, I don't know, it just all went out of my head once I was done with school. So anyway, in here are the stars of the show are glycolic acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, and salicylic acid. It is a 10% blend of those ingredients. And the goal of this one is to exfoliate skin, leaving it soft and smooth. Over time, glycolic acid is one of the miracle ingredients that can help rebuild collagen in skin, as long as it's at the proper pH and proper amount, typically 10%. It will help with collagen production deep in your skin over time. You can't use it for 1 day and then expect it. It will take months, but over time, glycolic acid, like ascorbic acid, helps build collagen deep down in skin. It also helps improve skin texture, pore size, and brighten skin. So I've got some really nice alternatives to this. It's also got some other nice ingredients, raspberry extract, Saccharomyces. Obviously, we've got marula oil in here and sodium hyaluronate, things like that. So without further ado, I've got some alternatives. So that one's 90 bucks. So the first alternative I have is the Holly Frog BHA Evening Serum. So it's the same size, 1 ounce, 30 milliliters. And this one contains a 11% blend of glycolic acid, lactic acid, phytic acid, and citric acid. And then it also contains salicylic acid. So it's got the AHA-BHA combo. If you know a little bit about it, AHA, such as glycolic acid and lactic acid, are the two most common alpha hydroxy acids. They are good for helping surface skin, remove dead skin cells, brighten skin, things like that. BHAs, beta hydroxy acid, such as salicylic acid, which is, I think, the only BHA, gets deeper down into your pores, so it's great for acne-prone skin, blackheads, clogged pores, things like that, problematic skin. So, which is why a blend of the two of them makes it kind of a double whammy. So you get the surface exfoliation, then the deep down exfoliation of salicylic acid. So this one's got all of that going on. Similar, it's got a liquid texture, so not quite as similar, but in my opinion, the texture and things like that, it's getting kind of dry in there. I'm almost done with this one. Anyway, so it's got a little bit more of a liquid texture. The wonderful thing about the Drunk Elephant is it has a unique gel texture, which most of these don't have that. So they're not typically what I consider dupes, duplicates. I consider more alternatives. Dupes are like one-on-one, nearly identical in every way. Alternatives are alternatives. They're similar, but they're going to be a little bit different. Okay, next up, I've got, at 15 bucks, the Bliss Genius Clarifying Liquid Peel. And Bliss, you know what, this brand, I remember it being big like a long, long time ago, and then I don't remember much from them for a while. And now it seems like they're kind of coming out with more stuff. So this one's got a blend of glucolactolone, glycolic acid, salicylic acid, and lactic acid. And it's really much more affordable. So this one's a nice one. You just use these just like you would the Drunk Elephant. Apply it at night in your evening routine. You can use it nightly if your skin's tolerable to it. Otherwise, you can start a couple times a week or every other night, things like that. Or if you use retinoids or other actives, you can alternate evenings with them. So it kind of makes it nice for that. Okay. So next up, coming in, this one's one of the more expensive ones, but it's still half the price. It's the PSA Skin Goals. This one's 46 bucks. So it's about almost exactly half the price. It's crazy that this one even looks expensive, but I really, really enjoy this brand. They're the cousin brand to Allies of Skin, the more affordable lineup. So this one's got a 12% blend. In here we've got glycolic acid, glucolactolone, lactic acid, and salicylic acid. Glucolactolone is more of a PHA exfoliant, which makes it even more gentle. There's really 4 types of exfoliant classes. AHA, alpha hydroxy acids, BHAs, salicylic acid, PHAs, glucolactolone, and LHAs, which actually were, I think, patented by L'Oreal's company. So, but now you're starting to see it more. So this one's really nice. It's got all of it going on, proper pH, Serum-like texture, very lovely product. Okay, next up, this is probably the most affordable one on the entire list, and it's one I've just started playing with because I've just started testing out this brand. It's Minimalist, and this is their 10% face exfoliator with AHA, BHA serum, 12 bucks. So I finally picked up a bunch from this brand, and I've been meaning to start testing it. So this one I played with a few nights now, and it's really nice. So in here, we've got a mirror exfoliants. We've got glycolic acid, lactic acid, and salicylic acid. So the main stars in the TLC Framboos Glycolic serum, except for minus that tartaric acid, which you don't see it very often. It's not a super common exfoliant, but anyway, so far so good with this one. It's really nice. No fragrance or anything like that in any of these. And there's one I'll mention that does have alcohol in it, but we haven't got that far yet. Okay, next up, this one I picked up a couple weeks ago on sale. It is the second most expensive one, but I'm really enjoying it. The Pharmacy Honey Glow Resurfacing Acid Serum. It's 60 bucks, so I mean, it is still pretty expensive, but I would say the texture of this is most similar to the Drunk Elephant. It's got kind of almost a gelish, serumy texture to it. This one's got a 17% blend, which might sound crazy high for not a rinse-off serum, but they used some more gentle alternatives for certain exfoliants. So in here, we've got 17% blend of glycolic acid, lactic acid, and then willow bark extract, which is the gentler derivative to salicylic acid. So it's technically got the BHAs, but it's probably contains a lot more of this willow bark extract. So yeah, so far so good with this one. I'll have a chance to review it soon, hopefully, but still testing it out. It's interesting, once I start testing certain products out, a lot of the time they're fine, and certain ones I can't finish testing it for 30 days. So I should do a video about that because I think it's kind of interesting. There's one specific one that I tested out like a year ago, and I couldn't finish it, so I didn't review it. And then I tried again a year later thinking maybe things would be different, and same thing. Didn't start overnight, but within like a week and a half of testing it, my skin started to freak out. Again, just like it did last time, so. Okay, next up, $45. When did this brand get to be this expensive? Polish Choice. Man, their prices have really creeped up. 45 bucks. Okay, so this is their 10% advanced smoothing treatment. This isn't, I like their BHA treatment a little bit better, but this one is a closer dupe to the Drunk Elephant. So in here we've got, actually it has identical exfoliants to the Drunk Elephant. This is the one, there's one other one that's identical, and this is one of them. The lactic acid, glycolic acid, tartaric acid, and salicylic acid, which surprised me. I used this one for a while, and I stopped, and I used a different one, and then I guess I didn't realize this one had salicylic acid in it, but it does. Is there ingredient list down here? It's not. But anyway, so this one's a very close dupe, but it's got a much more of a liquidy texture, so keep that in mind. Actually, it makes it go further, I think. So, okay, a couple more. Next up, I've got the Geek and Gorgeous Smooth Out, which I bought all little bottles of the Geek and Gorgeous one, so when I travel, I can either take one or two, because they have 3 liquid exfoliants. So anyway, so I've got little ones in the big bottles. So this is their Smooth Out, which is a 12% AHA serum. This retails for 30 bucks. Not this size, the big size. Do I have one of the big sizes right? I do. So here's another one where I've got the big size. So the big size is 3.38 ounces. So keep that one in mind. So it's not the little one. Okay, so in here, it's got a 12% blend of glycolic and lactic acid. So we're missing the BHA in here, but it's still very effective and efficient. So I think it might be worth some people checking out. That's why this one's not a dupe, but it's an alternative. But it's wonderful, and I really love this brand. Okay, so the next one is one I tested, and I don't have the bottle for it. So keep that in mind. It's also contains a fair amount of denatured alcohol, so I want to mention that as well. It's the Clinique Clarifying Do-Over Peel. It's $38, 1 ounce, same everything else. And in here we've got glycolic acid, we've got lactic acid, salicylic acid, and then again that tartaric acid. So it's a mirror image in terms of the exfoliants to the Drunk Elephant Framboos serum, but it contains a ton of denatured alcohol, which for some people with sensitive skin could be an issue, especially when you combine it with certain exfoliants. So use that as you wish. I think it's an alternative that some people will like, but it's not one for everybody. And then last but not least, I wasn't going to mention this one because it's so much more expensive, but this brand does have sales frequently. Buy one, get one free. So I thought, you know what? It's worth mentioning in case you see one where they have a buy one, get one, because then it's like it's half price. So it's $105. The Allies of Skin Mandelic Pigmentation Corrector Serum. I've repurchased this. This is at least my 3rd bottle of it. So I want to mention that. So this one contains mandelic acid, lactic acid, and salicylic acid. So we're missing the glycolic acid, but instead of that, they put mandelic acid, which is a little bit larger exfoliant molecule, so it penetrates a little less deep than glycolic acid, making it a little bit more gentle. And this one also contains a ton of brightening ingredients as well. So $105 is expensive, but if you get buy one, get one or something like that, then it becomes much more affordable, obviously. So anyway, these are my recommendations for alternatives to the drunk elephant. I'm curious if you guys have found any alternatives to it or any favorite exfoliants. Leave it below. Love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.